The global professional wrestling scene is on fire at the moment. The talent pool is deeper than an oceanic trench, and with every promotion worth their salt now offering video on demand, your new favourite wrestler is only ever a few clicks away. But standing out in such a vast group is tough, particularly when so many are doing so much to distinguish themselves. So with apologies to honourable mentions Matt Riddle, Will Ospreay, Chris Jericho and Kota Ibushi, who just missed out on our list, here are the guys currently making the most waves away from wrestling's biggest promotion. In terms of criteria, we're looking at match quality, ability, charisma, business and all-round impact. So with that in mind, I'm Andy for What Culture Wrestling, and here are the 10 best non-WWE wrestlers of 2018 so far. Number 10, Joey Janela. Now this scuzzy little oik isn't going to give you 5-star matches, but he has more than earned his place through ingenious self-promotion. Joey Janela's Spring Break 2 was a WrestleMania weekend triumph. It was easily the most buzzworthy indie show of the weekend, and that was largely down to the big man's expert marketing campaign that all started with a Streets of Rage pastiche. Nobody generates buzz like Janela, nobody gets indie wrestling in 2018 like Janela, and to top it all off, he's absolutely batshit mental in the ring. What a great man. Number 9, CODY. Again, the American Nightmare isn't a top 10 wrestler based on match quality alone, but he's improved boatloads since leaving WWE, and his matches with Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi are genuinely fantastic. CODY has proven himself sharp, charismatic and smart. That All In is already a huge business success is largely down to him and the way he has reinvented himself since turning away from Vince McMahon. On top of this, he has played a pivotal role in the ongoing Bullet Club Civil War storyline, and with a big IWGP Heavyweight title shot on his immediate horizon, CODY's future is laced with intrigue. Number 8, ZACK SABRE Jr. There isn't a purer technical wrestler on the planet than Sabre, whose nasty limb-stretching performances are hitting the same elite highs that they were in 2017. ZACK's New Japan Cup run was the undisputed highlight, with the Englishman upsetting company staples Sanada, Tetsuya Naito, Kota Ibushi and the all-time great Hiroshi Tanahashi en route to the final. He lost to KAZUCHIKA OKADA afterwards, but it didn't matter. ZACK had already arrived as a headliner, and the match between them stands among the very best of the Rainmaker's 2-year reign. Number 7, the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson's 2018 feels like a massive middle finger to anyone who has ever complained about their selling, with their big New Japan matches proving that anyone who makes the argument they don't sell is either not watching them or being a contrarian. Their year has been defined by outstanding match-to-match selling, particularly Matt and his duffed back. They're telling great stories out there, not just indulging in mindless spot fests, and it might just be the hottest run of their career. Their March 25th match with Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega stands among the very best 2018 has had to offer. Watch that and tell me these guys aren't great. Number 6, Minoru Suzuki. This miserable old bugger's year feels like a perfect apology for a terrible 2017 that saw many a potentially great Suzuki match destroyed by terrible stipulations. Fortunately, Suzuki's 2018 highs are as good as anyone's, particularly his violent Wrestle Kingdom war with Hiroki Goto and his new beginning in Sapporo minimalist classic with old rival Hiroshi Tanahashi. At 49 years old, Suzuki is currently performing at a level well above most wrestlers half his age. He's an absolute marvel, and the best thing is his style is so safe, he could conceivably be doing this for another 5 years. Number 5, ILJA Dragunov. For those who've been following his story, no 2018 wrestling moment will have resonated as strongly as ILJA Dragunov's incredible return at WXW 16 Karat Gold. After 3 months in the wilderness, the Russian's unforeseen comeback and insertion into the Unified World title match drew an incredible pop, one of the loudest reactions of the year. Check it out on YouTube, and he rode it all the way to victory. A manic, intense character who works with just the right amount of insanity, Dragunov is impossible to take your eyes off as soon as he bursts out from backstage, and his match series with Walter presents both performers at their absolute best. Number 4, Hiromu Takahashi. In Hiromu Takahashi's world, death is preferable to boring. His matches play out like cocaine-fueled violence parties, and he holds nothing back in the pursuit of adrenaline. 2018 has been a rebound year, with the ticking time bomb recently regaining the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship on the back of an incredible performance in the Best of the Super Juniors Juniors tournament. His unhinged kill or be killed match with Taiji Ishimori scored a famous 5.5-star rating from Big Bad Uncle Dave Meltzer. It's probably his best match of the year, but if you want more examples of Takahashi's crazy brilliance, check out recent clashes with Dragon Lee, Will Ospreay, and El Desperado. Number 3. Walter. You could make the argument that Walter is the very best wrestler on the planet today based on performance alone. His presence on the card guarantees a great match, and his 2018 resume is full of bangers, but the one that stands out the most is a January clash with Timothy Thatcher in Progress, which is one of the most realistic portrayals of violence I've ever seen. There's nothing flashy about what Walter does, yet there might not be a finer big man on the planet. His mastery of the simple things is legendary. He proves you don't need a flashy moveset of flips and dives to be great, and his aura is unbreakable. Number 2. Kazuchika Okada. His IWGP Heavyweight title reign might be over, but in his 720 days on top, Kazuchika Okada established himself as the most decorated champion in New Japan history. It almost goes without saying at this point that Okada's big New Japan matches have been excellent. This is obviously subjective, but when your resume boasts matches that are as rich and varied as Okada's with ZACK, SABRE Jr., Hiroshi Tanahashi, and of course, Kenny Omega, it's hard to argue with. The Rainmaker has already become a transcendent star. That New Japan continues to thrive is largely down to him, and for those who are into his act, he never disappoints. And at number 1, Kenny Omega. New Japan's recent Dominion pay-per-view ensured that any wrestler who has visions of taking this spot from Omega by year's end is in for a Herculean task. Okada vs Omega 4 represented the culmination of 4 major long-term storylines. There was Kenny's rise to the top in Japan, his relationship with Kota Ibushi, the Bullet Club civil war, and of course, the Okada rivalry. Each was furthered in the match, and that makes it perhaps the most narrative-rich bout of all time. If 2017 proved that Kenny Omega was a wrestling genius, then he has only strengthened his position in 2018. The Golden Lovers storyline is the most progressive thing in wrestling. His matches are rife with innovation and ingenuity, and few can match him in terms of pure athleticism. He's the total package, the most must-see wrestler on the planet, sorry Miz, and a true global phenomenon. So that's our list, but who are your top non-WWE wrestlers of the year so far? Let us know down in the comments section below. And once you've done that, why not check out some of the videos currently floating around my big shiny head, then head yourself over to whatculture.com/WWE for some great articles on all things New Japan, WWE, and a host of others. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've been Andy, and I'll see you later.